Are you thinking of buying land in Lagos, Nigeria? Like, are you thinking it? Well, I would like you to take a long stop at thinking about buying that land right now. Just stop. Before buying that land, I would like you, right? Before you send that money or trust anyone with your investment, I would like you to watch this video till the end, right? I'm going to be exposing how land scams happen and show you pro tips inspection you can use even from the diaspora to secure your own investment back here in Nigeria. If you're looking for a long-term investment or land banking you can invest in, or just a buy and build land, before you send that money, before you pay for any land, I would like you to take a stop and watch this video till the end, as I will be exposing all these tips for us to learn from. Now, the thing is, land scam in Lagos, right? Land scam in Lagos as a serious problem, especially in fast developing areas like Ibeju-Lekki, Ekpe, and even part of Ikorodu, right? Unscrupulous agents are selling land they don't even own, right? Duplication of documents are happening, or even resell already sold out lands to people, most especially in the diaspora. And unfortunately, Nigerians in the diaspora are the top target because scammers assume that you are far away and, of course, unable to inspect or verify this land. And I will be exposing how you can verify or even inspect this land while you are away. Now, let's dive into 5 inspection pro tips, right? 5 inspection pro tips to help you avoid any land scams even while you're away, and make sure you buy a genuine land in Lagos even if you're in the diaspora. And the number 1 on the list will be that you never rely on pictures or verbal promises. You should never rely on pictures or verbal promises. Avoid, or make sure you always request for a video of the actual land, showing its surrounding and boundaries. Better still, you can schedule a physical inspection or send a trusted representative or a licensed consultant like myself. Yes, if you're not available, that's why I'm a consultant. You can consult me to help you go inspect that land and verify. I've been doing this for over 50 investors, most especially in the diaspora. Now, even those in the country that are not in Lagos, I do inspect the properties they intend to buy for themselves, right? Of course, you're consulting me, so you give a little tip. Now, number 2, you use a registered survey or a lawyer to verify its title. Now, the land title is everything. I keep saying this, that when it comes to investing in land, 2 things matters a lot, and that is what? The title on that land and its location. So you need to verify the land title. Confirm the coordinates. Check if it is excise, or it has a gazette, or it has a C of O, right? Lagos State has a land registry and you can use that. Lagos State has a land registry and you can use that, right? Number 3 is you confirm the seller's identity and land ownership. That's number 3. Ask for the seller's ID. You make sure you ask for the seller's ID. Even in corporation's document, you need to ask for it, and ensure the person selling truly owns the land. If it is a developer, if it is family land, you need to confirm, right? And then all family heads must sign off with a lawyer present. Either your lawyer, you must always go with your lawyer to represent if it is a family land. But if it isn't and it's a company owned land like the ones I sell, because the ones I bring out there are the ones that government has verified and given ownership to the developers or the companies, the brand that are selling. I partner with over 100 real estate partner companies, well trusted, and they are all registered under the Lagos Redden chapter. So it means your investment is secure. Because come to think of it, I prefer and love my name over any money I might want to make. But then I am always here to bring value. So that is why I'm making this video. Now let's go keep going. Number 4 is for you to check. The number 4 tips is to check the land zoning and allocation status. You need to check the land zoning and allocation status. Why? Do you know that some lands in Lagos fall under government acquisition, flood zones, or are allocated for other uses, so that they won't sell a residential land for a commercial use to you, or they won't sell a land that is for a commercial use and call it a residential use, right? That is why with me, everything has been well checked. Every problem you might want to have in the future has been mitigated. Do you understand? So you need to make sure the land is in a residential or commercial zone and free from any government encumbrances or monile wala. Yes, that is for the number 4. Now the number 5, which is the least and the last for now, is insist on a physical allocation immediately after payment. Yes, you need to insist on physical allocation. Now, if you're buying into any estate, or if you're buying into an estate, right? Into an estate like the ones I put out there, you need to make sure the estate developer, yes, you need to make sure the estate developer, right, conducts instant allocation and not to be announced, right? You want to stand on your spot. You want to stand on your spot. So immediately after payment, yes, you need to request for instant allocation. Now, when it has to do with developers, right? When it has to do with developers, they always tell you that 3 to 4 months before allocation is being done. Yes. Now, why is this so? Because remember, and you should know that you're not the only one buying into an estate. If it is a developed estate, right? Like the ones I saw. Now, I'm telling you this because it's from experience, and I help every investor, most especially those in the diaspora, invest, even like land opposite the proposed and approved international airport. Now, allocation always take 3, highest 4 months before allocation is being done. Why is that so? Because for every persons that buy into that estate, register survey will be in your name when being done, right? So every person that buys into it will be allocated their own plot of land due to the survey of that land, right? Because every land is being verified in the land registry, the land bureau, and all of that. So they do a collation of those that have invested in this land from the first. It's always first to come, right? So you can't be the first person to buy and they are giving you land way behind, unless it's on request. Do you understand? So your name comes first for every person that buy first. So they do a collation, a data list. They collect every person's name, right? Go to land registry just as each of you make payment, right, in accordance to the date and time, right? So according to the layout, they segment. If it was a residential estate you buy into, they allocate your own. So it comes in grades, right? Let's say section. So for every person that pay, there's always they grade it. So for estate land, they collect. So that's why they wait for 3 to 4 months, right? When they have done a collation of the first set of persons, first to second or third set. When they have done that collation, they do what? They now go to land registry, do the document, do everything in that person's name. Because remember, you are buying the land in your name. And since it's a government allocated land, right? And they are allocating it to you, right? It must come from the land registry, so that tomorrow, when anything is to happen, at least the document is in your name, right? So that is why it takes 3 to 4 months, and that is even instant allocation. Anyone that will come tell you when it's a developer and they tell you pay today and they allocate, please be wary. Be wary of that land. Now, what are the smart tools you can use as a diaspora investor, right? What are the tools you can use when investing or wanting to buy a land back here? As a diaspora investor, there are a lot of tools you can use. Number one is Google Earth to check land coordinates. You use Google Earth to check land coordinates. This will help you to check if truly the land is actually where they say it is. Number two is WhatsApp video calls. See, for every property you want to buy, if it is an estate, just to check that that land is actually the estate and it is gated and where it is they say it is, then you put call through, right? A video call. Like, that's what I do with every of my investor, right? Outside the country, outside Nigeria, I always run them a video call. And that is why, to a large extent, I am well trusted to deal real estate with, because even when they are buying not from me, I still go and inspect, help them verify that property. Another tool is you should hire a consultant, right? Like myself. Hire me. That's what I'm just saying. You hire me and I can go verify these properties that you want to invest in if you so much like it. I did that with one client as at last week, right? He wanted to buy a land along the coastal road that was it was said to be a sea of all land, and they said it was 10 million naira. And everyone knows that a sea of all land, 10 million naira, Christ, where will you see that? Most especially in Lagos. I had to go do proper due diligence, check and vet if that land was actually where they said it was. And when we got there, I helped him save his 10 million naira. He would have just lost his 10 million naira. Do you understand? The last one is you using escrow services, and I mean escrow services of you making use of payment plan, making use of payment plan. Now, if you can pay outrightly, it's perfect, right? Because when price increases, it won't affect you. But then you can always use a payment plan, so you can always drop an initial deposit, spread your balance. That way, you use that other time to check if the property is actually legit and okay. But then, while I'm asking you to drop an initial deposit, it's so that you don't lose out on the big opportunity, should it be, right? You don't lose out on investing, because the initial deposit will lock down the current price. Even if price increases, it won't affect you. Do you understand? Now, why am I saying all of this? One of my clients in the UK almost lost 100 million naira when he wanted to buy into a commercial land in Eleko. He was almost about to lose 100 million naira to a scam, right? To a scam land deal in Eleko, that's Ibeju-Lekki, until she contacted me for verification, right? Until she contacted me for verification, hire my team. We found out that the seller was impersonating a known real estate company, a known estate brand. That's why verification and inspection are not optional. They are very important. They are important, right? They are your insurance to investing in the right investment, in the right asset, most especially in Lagos. There are a lot of scammers, right? Even myself, a lot of persons ask if truly I am genuine. And I will give you the land document for you to go. If you have your teams here in Lagos, go do your verification and come back. That's what I do. Though it pains that to a large extent, some persons get it, even when verifying. Probably they come across their brother or something, they still go and buy from their brother. right? And sometimes when they even buy from some of their brothers, they get scammed by their brothers, and they still come back to me. And because of one bad fruit or one bad egg, it's believed that every other person's a saint. Well, I always tell them, don't take my word for it. Just do your own due diligence in ways that you can. And if you need my assistance in carrying out this proper due diligence, I'm always here to help you and make investment. You're right. Your investment process is very easy. That's why I'm here for you.